station knocking low.
What's going on, guys? You're tuned into It's a Podcast, the Oak Leafs rap music podcast. My name is Jet Williams, and I'm joined by...
I'm Taylor.
I'm Sasha Shusi.
Ian McGregor.
And I'm Attila.
For today's podcast, we're doing something a little different. We all picked an artist, and we picked our 8 songs that we think represent the artist the best, kind of made a little playlist, kind of best hits album for each artist. But first, I just want to talk about what kind of new music have you guys been listening to?
That's a good one. I've been listening to, I've been just now getting into Brockhampton. I'm a little late to the game, but, I've just been getting into it. I'm obsessed.
I actually revisited Saturation 2 just this morning.
Mm-hmm. I don't actually know the albums, but, I really like the song Bleach, and...
That's on 3, I believe. Yeah, that's 3.
I think
oh my god,
3
that's
was my favorite.
3 is my favorite as well.
Yeah.
Mine goes 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, but just the first time I listened to Saturation, I was just at the gym, and it came up and suggested, and I was like, oh, this looks cool, put it on, and then Gold started playing.
Oh my god, it's
I
game
love that
over,
song.
yeah.
That was the first one
That's
I heard.
super
I was
cool.
like, this is awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're super cool.
Yeah.
They just played in SF last weekend.
That'd be a fun show.
Yeah,
They're
I
playing
wanted to
in
go.
Oakland
Yeah,
again
yeah,
in
yeah.
April or something.
Are they?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Damn.
that might have to be a mob.
Yeah. I've been
Yeah.
going back and listening to old Migos albums.
Oh, dude, you can really never go wrong,
Like
honestly.
Hannah Montana,
Yo.
Bando.
No label. No label.
Yeah, No Label 2, Young Rich,
YNR.
Yeah. Those tracks are really, it's crazy listening to that and then listening to Culture 2, just
Yeah.
because they've progressed so much. Back then they didn't use any auto-tune. The bars, the lyrics were shit, even more than they are now. But
Even more than
the
they are
flows
now.
they were coming with were a lot more varied and their
Yeah.
voices sound a lot
Rather than
more
just
authentic.
the triplet flow that's
Yeah,
on
yeah,
every
right.
song now.
Oh,
They still exploited it a lot back then, but just
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
a big part of it is just the fact they don't use auto-tune on those tracks, so it really just has a different sound than what they've been doing right now.
Right.
Quavo loves autotune.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
They all do now.
Yeah.
It's getting gnarly.
yeah.
I've been listening to Collygrove, that old that collab album from Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz a couple years ago.
Oh, I actually never
What's it called?
I never looked into that.
Collygrove.
Collygrove.
Yeah, I was just looking through my library gonna drive home last night, and I went down to the bottom, and number 2 for 2 Chainz, and I saw a Collygrove, and I thought, I haven't
for 2 Chainz.
I haven't listened to this one kind of a long time, and
Yeah,
I listened
yeah.
to it. There's some pretty sick songs on it.
I've just been getting back into 2 Chainz. That first album, I think it's based on a true story with the
Based
2
on
Chainz.
a true story.
Yeah, no, that's a banger.
Yeah, I remember this
I
one.
love that shit's awesome.
2
He had a
Chainz
really
is an
cool,
icon.
He had a really cool Vice interview, in depth. Vice has a therapist that goes and talks to people and has
wow.
20 to 30 minute interviews, and he was talking. He's the one where he had 2 brothers that died, right? Was it
I'm
2
not
Chainz
sure
or was
about
it
that.
someone else?
I'm not sure.
I might sound like an idiot right
2 Chainz
now,
went to
but
college.
2 Chainz did go to
He had a college
yeah.
basketball scholarship.
I'm gonna look it up actually because I feel like I
He's
sound
6'6",
kind of
isn't he?
stupid.
Yeah, he's like
know.
he's 6'4". He's hella
You guys
big.
are the sports guys.
He dunked on Jalen Rose in an NBA video.
Shit. I just love goofy rappers.
Oh, yeah.
Embrace
Yes.
ASAP Ferg.
Aw.
Just goofy ass bars.
Juicy J.
Juicy J definitely.
Juicy J's my boy.
Yeah. ASAP Ferg started out as the creative director for ASAP Mob.
Oh really?
Yeah, he went to art school.
I did not know that.
That's how he made it out of the hood, was art school.
Honestly, as soon as Yams died, that was the end of ASAP Mob for me.
Really?
They're just so not creative anymore. Not creative.
Yeah,
that was poor phrasing.
I kind of want to see. I want to see the new Rocky album.
Oh,
I want to
Oh,
see
yeah.
it.
Curious.
Just to see it.
I'm
but
curious. The singles that I've heard recently from Rocky have been
not the
mediocre,
best. Yeah.
to say the least. But we'll see. We'll see. It's still Rocky. He's still got a godly flow and voice, so we'll find out.
Yeah. Well, you guys want to get into it then? We all have different artists. Does anyone want to start us off, or I can go if no one else wants to?
Go for it, Jet.
All right. So my artist was Danny Brown. He's from Detroit. He's had a pretty weird, rough kind of history. He started out, dealing drugs in the slums and just, really came from that whole poverty kind of background. He's been to jail, and he has these 2 really distinct voices in all his songs. So he has the really hyphy, really turned up voice, and and he's got the more like mellow low-key, and his hyphy voice is actually so weird and like obnoxious when you first I've showed them Danny Brown, they've been like, I don't like this sucks, I don't want to listen to it, like immediately.
Right.
Just because of his voice, it's super squeaky and like high pitched. But
lyrically though
he's a genius.
Unreal.
Like, I tried to pick 8 songs that really show the different sides of him. So the first one we've got is Really Doe, which is a great posse track off of the Atrocity Exhibition. It's got Kendrick Lamar, Ab-Soul, I think Earl Sweatshirt's on it too, with the killer last verse. Yeah, it's a really good like TDE kind of track with, Earl always kills it. But yeah, no, the way Danny always starts his albums off, it's just right into it. There's no intro, there's no like 30-second intro track or anything.
No, it's just right
like,
into the first song.
The beat cuts and then he starts rapping.
It's time,
Yeah. So that's how the first one went. The second one kind of reflects, because he's got, he's been through a lot of really weird stuff and major drug addict. He's not like evasive about his habits. He really gets in depth on like the awfulness and like the grittiness of the lifestyle of being a drug addict. And on the second song that I picked, Die Like a Rock Star.
Oh yeah.
The whole song is about dying like a rock star, overdosing on drugs. He references Chris Farley, Heath Ledger,
Oh man.
Yeah, it's a really like brutal track to listen to when you start to realize what he's actually saying, that he wants to get so high that he literally dies. But
that's awesome.
People really like that, and props to him for like showing it how it is.
Yeah,
it's just real. Like
track 3 is Pneumonia. That's just your standard banger. Schoolboy Q is quote unquote featured. He's really just doing the ad libs.
Yeah.
But banger of a track, really hot beat, really just. A lot of these are off Atrocity Exhibition,
which is
album.
An unbelievable out, like
and
criminally underrated.
And you guys listen to any Danny Brown?
Yeah, I like the one he's featured with Ab-Soul, Terrorist Threats.
Oh yeah,
that song is so hard. Yeah, and I like the video and the message. It's cool.
I don't think I've seen the video.
Yeah, it's really dope song.
I remember I heard that on SoundCloud. I never saw the video for it.
Right on.
I listened to Danny Brown I think I was a freshman and sophomore in high school. Like with me and my friend groups, we would listen to him and like most of TDE. But I kind of fallen off since then, to be honest.
Yeah, the first song I ever heard by him was my friend showing it to me, and I thought it was a joke. It was called "The Black Brad Pitt," and the chorus is just him in his really high pitched like wah, 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 voice saying like, "All these bitches on my dick, I'm the Black Brad Pitt." It's fucking great. It's like super goofy and like kind of like what I was saying with the goofy artist. He's he's aware that his voice is really strange and he's like really off the wall, kind of crazy with all these weird examples.
It's sort of like self-deprecating.
Yeah, exactly.
Super cool.
Exactly, self-deprecating.
Yeah.
Especially on Atrocity Exhibition, because he goes into very grim detail about like drug addiction,
it's
cocaine
dark.
habits, all that stuff. It gets really dark. But the next track on my list, Live 4, is off of his Triple X mixtape, and continuing the goofy song thing, this whole song is about getting your income tax check and then flexing on everyone. The chorus is, I got that income tax swag. That income tax swag. And the whole song, it starts out just being a generic, rapping, like stunting on people, like having money, having jewelry, and then he gets the chorus and it's like, oh wait, but I'm actually lying about all this because I just got my income tax and that's the only reason I'm cashing out.
Does he do like parody raps too? That almost sounds like a parody rap.
It's not really parody rap, it's just more like really goofy, like off the wall, like zany. Like it's still rap music and it's still honest. It's just like honest in a really strange way. Like he takes these really, really pure like snapshots. Like there's one song called Wonder Bread. It's not on my list, but the whole song is about his mom giving him food stamps to go down the street and get Wonder Bread when he was a kid, and like the shit he encountered, like people jumping him, junkies standing around the Arab dude at the place that he goes to buy the Wonder Bread, thinks that he's stealing, all this stuff, He just has this really creative way of giving you the little snapshots into his life and how he was raised. But my next track, $25, featuring Purity Ring on the chorus. It's another one of those, really. It just talks about his mom used to charge people $25 to braid their hair on their porch when they were living in Detroit, and that's how they like fed themselves sometimes when they didn't have a job. She would just braid people's hair for $25 and they would get like some food off it.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I need to check that out. I don't know if I heard that.
Yeah, it's off Old. Old is kind of, you know, it gets a little dated because it was when rappers were using like dubstep inspired beats and like club beats and stuff. So you go back and listen to it and you're kind of giggling.
Yeah.
Some of the production is just kind of outlandish.
Goofy once again.
Yeah, getting towards the back end of my list, I got Lost. I think that was actually a single off Atrocity Exhibition, but just another really insane beat. The beats he chooses, his ear for production, he really just picks like the weirdest kind of like barely even a rap beat, you know, like all this insane production, all this stuff. Yeah. Second to last track, Blunt After Blunt.
Oh yeah.
The chorus is just, and we smoke blunt after 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 blunt. It's just really goofy, like really crazy. The whole song's just about getting so high that you can't stand up straight and stuff. And the final track, When It Rain, is just this really off-kilter, like zany. It's got like strings, a lot of weird percussion, but it's just constant energy throughout the whole track, which I really like.
That's a pretty solid track list.
Yeah.
I'm very with that.
I'll have to listen to it. You'll have to share that with me because I've
totally.
honestly never listened to him before, so that would be...
Yeah, I made it on Spotify, so you can just share
For sure.
All right.
late track thing.
So wait, who did Kanye?
That's me.
Okay, I feel like, because I did Chance, so we should like...
You want me to hit Kanye real quick?
Yeah, we should...
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. So, okay. Well, I picked Kanye West, my favorite musical artist of all time, a legend,
The God.
the God.
Genius.
Dude, no Kanye slander will ever be tolerated on the TL. It's not okay.
Not okay.
Not okay. And I spent like 4 hours last night. I was up until like 4 a.m. trying to figure out this track list because I had to eliminate a bunch of songs that I really, really, really didn't want to eliminate.
Yeah.
But I had to do it. So my first track is it's off of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and it's Devil in a New Dress, featuring Rose, who just got out of the hospital.
Oh yeah, pray for Ricky Ross.
Pray for Ricky Rose, my boy.
For Rick Ross.
But I love the hook. I love the instrumental. I love everything about this song.
Does you
I
think
agree,
Ross
that's a
brings
beautiful
good
song.
feature?
Oh, Rick Ross's verse in that song is unbelievable, dude. Yeah.
I think he's a better feature artist than like...
He is. No,
Yeah,
Rick
he
Ross's
is.
features are brilliant, always.
Except Austin, was it? With the one with Drake?
Oh, dude.
It's Austin Martin music.
Yeah, Aston Martin.
Martin.
Yeah.
Aston Martin music.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that one.
Yeah, that's good. My second Yay track is off of 808s. It's RoboCop.
Did you become a RoboCop?
Dude, that song is literally love in a nutshell, bro. Like
I love that song.
it's amazing. It's catchy. The drum pattern is it's prime.
I have no idea what it means, but I like it. I've never seen RoboCop, so that's probably why.
Dude. It's such a good song.
Such a good movie. Dude.
It is.
RoboCop.
Yeah, it's iconic.
Scene where the robot shoots a dude out of the window.
And then I have back-to-back tracks off of Yeezus, which I think is one of the most underrated albums ever made. Honestly, I'm biased because I love Kanye, and a lot of people don't like Kanye.
I love
But
Kanye.
if you don't like Kanye, you can just get out of my house. I don't care. But
You don't like Kanye, you're stupid.
Your opinion is wrong, and I hate you.
yeah.
All right.
But I have Hold My Liquor because it's heartbreaking. And Chief Keef sings a melody on it, so
I don't know how that happened.
dude, I don't know either, but it works so well.
He must have bribed him with
Something, dude.
get Chief Keef to actually sing.
Yeah.
What?
But it works though.
Yeah,
The craziest thing is that it works. But that song is just heart wrenching, bro. It just hurts me to listen to it.
Yeah.
And then I have a very angry song next. Also off of Yeezus, I have New Slaves.
That's such a banger.
That shit is intense as
Such a
hell,
banger.
bro. Like the beat switch, the instrumental is crazy. Like he's just yelling. Like it is. That's one of the angriest songs I've ever heard him
They
make.
use that beat for commercials, and it's really funny because of like the like topics that he addresses.
Oh, I know,
in that
yeah.
song.
It's surprisingly woke.
Yeah, they're using it to
yeah.
sell like cars and shit.
Black Skinhead, the beat for that was used on like a lot of commercials too. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. Then my next track is back to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and it's Runaway. It's long. It's a long song, but it's a perfect long song.
Yeah. Good middle of the track list.
It really is.
Did you put thought into the order of these?
I sort of did, but I just kind of decided on
what you felt needed to be included.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know, just something about when I hear the first piano key hit in Runaway, it's just like I'm immediately just lost in the song, and I'm gone for like 10 minutes. It's over.
It really opens up in that one too.
Yeah. Oh my god. And dude, and Pusha T.
Yeah, Pusha T's verse.
Oh man, I love everything about that song. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for new Pusha T.
Yeah, Pusha T. Some new Pusha would be spectacular.
Much appreciated.
Yeah. But now next I have something off of Late Reg. I have Hey Mama. It's a beautiful song. It's a happy song context-wise. When he released it, obviously it takes sort of a different tone now because his mother passed about, I want to say like 2 years after Late Registration came out. And now just listening to that song, it just kind of, it breaks my heart.
It's sad.
Because that song is just, it's so pure. It's just, everyone loves their mom. You have to love your mom.
Yeah.
Like
you can really hear his gospel, like church gospel backgrounds in that song.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
He grew up singing all those Chicago
Children's Choir. Yeah, he had them featured on Life of Pablo quite a few times.
His mom.
I actually left out the Life of Pablo on this track list, surprisingly, and College Dropout. There were just 8 songs that I needed to put on. But my next track is off of Graduation, which is actually probably my least favorite Kanye project. I still adore it. Like, it's a great album, and it's I believe it's his most commercially successful album. But I put Can't Tell Me Nothing on it. It's probably not in my top 8 Kanye songs, like favorite wise, but it's just a flex song. You have to have it in there. It's just
you felt it needed.
Exactly. I felt it needed to be in there. It is the ultimate No One Can Touch Me, I Am a God song, other than the song I Am a God.
But Kanye would make a song called I Am a God.
Yeah.
Just curious,
he
if
goes
you were
by
gonna...
Yeezus.
What's that?
I said he goes by Yeezus.
Yeah.
Like, what else can you say about that?
Truly.
Yeah. If you were gonna incorporate a song off The Life of Pablo, which one do you think you would pick?
Probably Ultralight Beam.
Yeah.
Man.
I can see that.
That's one of the only, like, Life of Pablo is like pretty much one of the only albums I've listened to from Kanye.
Really? Oh, you need to go back and...
Well, after I saw Chance Live, he was doing all these songs that I had no idea what they were.
And they were Kanye songs.
And like, well, my friend was with me and she's like, he's doing Yeezus, it's Yeezus. And I was like, what? And she's all, it's Kanye, bitch. I'm like, oh, okay. And I mean, keep in mind, I was like trashed.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, whatever, it's cool. Like, but yeah, and then I started listening to Life of Pablo and I was actually like getting pretty into it.
It's
I really like
album,
Ultralight Beams.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, he got Kirk Franklin on that song. That is unheard of.
The Chance feature's just so
the Chance
good.
feature is amazing.
Oh God.
And then on to my last track, which is probably my favorite Kanye song. It holds a lot of sentimental value to me. It's off of Late Registration, and it's Drive Slow.
That's one of my all-time favorite songs.
I love the beat. I love Paul Wall's feature. I love the story he tells in the song. I mean, when the beat breaks down at the end of the song, I mean, I literally listened to that song every single day my junior year of high school going to school. My friend,
you get through the day.
Dude, I got my license like a year late, so I didn't have my license my junior year, and so my friend picked me up every single day for school. And actually, this was sophomore year, and we listened to Drive Slow every single day on the way to work or school. I mean, so yeah, that's my Kanye my Kanye track list.
Nice.
That's solid.
Yeah,
You could totally listen to that all the way through.
I did listen to it all the way through like 4 times.
Like, yeah,
this is
what I need.
Yeah.
All right, so Taylor here. I did Chance the Rapper, and I didn't go nearly as in depth as you two did on the tracks. Like, these are the songs that I like that I think represent him. And I feel like Chance, like, he is popular for, like, songs that really don't represent him at all. Like, when I first heard No Problem off of Coloring Book, I was, like, hella into it. I thought it was really good. But the thing is, I thought it was a single for some reason. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Well, it was
like,
a single.
Was it?
Yeah.
Before his album came, like before the full album release, right? Okay, yeah. So when I heard that song, it was a single, and like it was cool for a while, but then I was like kind of worried that like that set the mood for the whole Coloring Book album, but it like totally didn't. So because like 10 Day was like back when he was like a senior in high school or something, and like you can tell like how much he matures throughout the 3 albums, like so then you have 10 Day, and then you have Acid Rap, which is kind of like he's battling with like a lot of emotions, I feel, with that whole album. Like it's like it's crazy, it's like going through all these emotions, and that's why like most of the songs on here besides like maybe 3 or 4 are off of Acid Rap, just because that's like that's his best one.
I feel like it's objectively his best album or best project.
No, it is definitely his best album. I really like it, but I mean, I know Attila doesn't like Coloring Book, but I love that.
I did
album.
not love Coloring Book.
I got
Honestly,
let down so much.
The reason I like it so much is just because like it just shows how much he's grown. Like now he's a father. He has like he's in a long-term relationship with the baby's mom, and like he's like kind of because like in one of the songs I have on here, he's talking about like battling with his like religion, like I'm like looking for God, but he's not speaking to me, basically. And then in this album, he has a lot of gospel, kind of like you were saying Kanye does. Like
massive gospel.
I think
influence.
he found himself.
I think he did, and that's like something like I really liked it. Like you could tell he's feeling himself on this album. Like he's really into it. Like
it's a
into
happy
the gospel,
album.
into
It's an incredibly happy album.
I just want to say, when I first listened to it, No Problem actually stood out as kind of like an outlier on the album. It felt like it didn't really fit.
Mixtape.
Yeah, for sure.
With Young Thug and
and
21
Yachty,
Savage,
I
right?
thought.
Lil Yachty.
Was it Yachty?
Yeah, it was Yachty.
You are right.
No,
yeah.
honestly, I liked
We never get
Mixtape.
so
Like, I played it for my friends, and they're like, can you turn this off? This is the worst song I've ever heard.
Damn.
That was a literal quote from my friend. He doesn't like rap, by the way, but like, he was like, I don't like rap, but this is like particularly awful. I don't understand. I like Mixtape. All right, so anyways, I'll start with like 8 is like my less favorite, but still one of my favorites. So like 8 is off Coloring Book. It's Finish Line / like Drown. It's a really gospel song. Like there's a lot of choir singing and stuff. And I just like it because it contrasts so much with like my very favorite song of his, which I'll get to later. But like, I don't know, it's just like really happy, and I don't really listen to gospel, but this is like, for whatever reason, I just really liked it.
Really
like I could see like, I've been to church, and that totally, I could see them doing this at like a youth group, trying to relate to the kids, like doing a cover of Finish Line. All right, and then number 7 is off 10 Day. It's Brain Cells.
Oh, that's a great song.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say about it. It's just like a nice, chill, laid back song. Like on the way to school at like 7 a.m. It's just like, it's really nice.
It's like drizzling a little bit.
Yeah,
Heater
totally.
going.
Oh, it's great.
Got
Just
some
like
hot
warming up
chocolate.
your car, like with your coffee. Oh man, Brain Cells is a really good song.
My sophomore year in high school, I used to have to walk home from high school at Annalee, and I lived like an hour and a half away from walking.
Jeez.
And I would listen to 10 Day on repeat the entire time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
every day for a full year, I listened to 10 Days.
That's crazy.
And it was mostly like winter-ish when I listened to that. So it was really foggy and rainy when out here, and the way you guys described it, it's like absolutely perfect.
That sucks, man. An hour and a half.
Wait, where in Sebastopol did you live? That like
I didn't really technically live in Sebastopol. I lived in Occidental Road.
Oh yeah, that's days.
you walked all.
So
the
I had to walk from downtown Sebastopol to Occidental
Wow.
Road.
Journey of this to the center of the earth.
Yeah, it was.
all right.
gnarly.
But
Well,
I liked it because I got to listen to music. A lot.
But yeah, no.
yeah. That's like
Got to take away the
showing
fun,
up to school without my headphones is honestly miserable. Like walking everywhere without your headphones. Like, what are these people doing? Like,
I just bought a bunch of really shitty, like $10 headphones, and I keep one everywhere. I have one in my backpack, one in my car, 2 in my room. Like,
yeah.
You're ready everywhere.
yeah.
All right, so the 6th song on my list is Cocoa Butter Kisses. And that one is just like, that's one of the first songs I heard by him, you know, just like cigarettes on cigarettes. My mama thinks I stink. Like, got burn holes in my hoodies. My homies think it stink.
Yeah.
I miss my Cocoa Butter Kisses. I don't know. It's just like, it's really down to earth, and that's really what I like about acid rap. Is it's just
feel good. It's feel good music.
Oh yeah, it's just feel good music, and it's like he talks a lot of like he makes a lot of metaphors. I feel like I didn't include it in my list, but Same Drugs, it's a Peter Pan metaphor, and I didn't realize it at first until
Wendy
I saw
mentions Wendy.
he mentions Wendy, but I don't know. I like didn't get it at 1st. It didn't click, but like the more you listen to it, like all of his songs have a lot of metaphors in them. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of
What I liked about acid rap is he wasn't trying to be anything.
yeah,
He
exactly.
just made music.
Yeah, exactly.
I loved it. So my 5th song is off of Coloring Book. It's Summer Friends. And like I really like the vibe of this song because it just like takes you back to like being a kid, and like you meet all these friends during the summer that are vacationing up here in Sonoma County, and you like make really good friends with them. You go to the river every day, and then like they leave at the end of the summer, and everything's pretty shitty for a while.
Summer friends don't stay.
Yeah, summer friends don't stay. But
That's
like
a really well produced song. Francis and the Lights produced that song. It's really really well done.
yeah, I really like that song.
Do you know the actual meaning of what it is?
Educate me. I don't.
Okay, I don't know. I don't sound like a pompous asshole here, knowing everything.
No, you're really not. I'm honestly like
Attila,
I did
you
not do
pompous
my. I did not do.
Dude, he just said.
I just said, yeah.
I did not do my research today,
no,
so I'm
I just-
actually curious.
It's funny. You did Kanye, and I'm obsessed with Kanye. You did Chance, and I was obsessed with Chance. I just know everything. But I know everything. I'm a pompous asshole. But basically, like he was talking about how in Chicago, like the murder rate is always like the highest in the summer.
Oh,
So
wow.
he's saying the summer friends
yeah.
don't stay because you make friends in the summer, they're
then
gonna
they
die.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah.
Well, God,
And
damn.
I
he talks about like
actually-
the 4th
yeah.
of July and how he doesn't like it. He hates the 4th of July. So that's what that means.
I
I
never.
remember that line.
Said that
Yeah,
in
yeah.
some other song.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
Instagram. Yeah.
I remember that. Like I never put that together, but that like makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, wow, shit.
Yeah,
All
it's-
right.
It's actually much sadder than
Yeah.
like,
So
what you described.
Thanks,
I don't.
man.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely like a much deeper meaning, but I don't know. That's just kind of the vibe that it gives me. And then number 4 on my list, I'm pretty sure, is from 10 Day, and someone else have to say some stuff about it because I have not listened to this song in forever. It's nostalgia,
Oh,
like that.
Nostalgia?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Didn't he have like 2 different nostalgias? Or is that something else?
he might have. I don't know. I think
I
maybe. Are you
remember.
thinking of Paranoia from
No, never mind.
Acid Rap? Because I kind of got those
I
too.
remember. No, yeah, nostalgia was. I actually don't remember that one so much.
Here, I can like play it real quick. It's like
Really good.
because I honestly I just included it in the no. Okay,
just
no,
for
just kidding.
copyright.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
mind, guys. All right, well, listen to Nostalgia. It's a good song. I haven't visited this song in a long time, but I remember like when I first heard of Chance, I started listening to Acid Rap, and it was before Coloring Book came out, and I didn't even know he had like an album before that. And someone's like, "Oh, did you ever hear 10 Day?" And I was
Right.
like, "What are you talking about?" And they showed me that song, and I remember thinking like, "Oh my god, this is
Yeah.
fucking awesome."
That's so cool.
Anyways, so number 3 on this list, and like honestly, I had to include this one because this is the first song I ever heard by Chance. My boyfriend showed it to me, and one of his friends showed it to him, and I remember thinking this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like
song?
I hate its favorite song. I just remember I was like,
yeah.
this dude's voice is fucking stupid. Like I hated it, and he tried to play it. I was like such a bitch about it. I was like, I hate this song.
Yeah.
And so then a couple weeks later, my friend played it, and I was kind of like listening to it. I was like, all right, whatever. Like, and the more I listened to it, I was like, all right,
It's all about context.
this is a fucking great song. Like,
The first time I listened to Chance, I didn't like him. I thought that was like, Ad-lib is
Yeah.
the worst shit ever.
That was my ringtone for so long.
Wow.
Was his squeak? It was like,
Yeah, it totally grew on me though.
oh
you
my
know?
god,
Oh no, absolutely, yeah.
that's great. But yeah, favorite song. It's a feel good song. It's just like I remember when I saw him live. Like he did it in the best way. Maybe it was because like I wasn't like completely sober, but like the way he introduced the song, it was like getting towards the end of the show and I wasn't expecting him to play it. And so he's like, all right, everybody, all you need to shut up right now because I'm gonna play a song. He's like, all right, are you guys ready? Okay, no, everyone would get 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they
that's
just go
cool.
into it like do like it was great.
That is cool.
Like, oh my god, that was like probably my favorite part of the whole concert was when he did
Everyone
that.
just
Like
loses their mind.
Yeah.
everyone, oh my god, it was great. All right, so the second one on my list, my second favorite, it's called Israel, and like in parentheses sparring, and it featers No Name, who he actually
No Name Gypsy, yeah.
No Name Gypsy. She's
she's
on
so
a lot
awesome.
of his songs,
Yeah.
and I actually saw her live too. And I didn't know who the female vocals were in those songs. Like, I knew it was the same person.
Right.
Like, but my friend, it's the same friend that showed me. Her name's Sarah. She's my best friend, and she shows me
Way to
all
go,
of this
Sarah.
music. Right? Yeah, right? And so one night, I was at work, and she was like, dude, my other friend bailed on me. Let's go see No Name. And I was like, wait, who's No Name?
awesome.
Yeah, I was like, who's No Name? And she was
lucky.
like, she's the chick on the Chance album. I was like, are you serious? Yeah, let's
so
fucking go. Like,
Yeah.
and so
Let's
like
go.
we went and saw No Name at the somewhere in San Francisco, but it was really
Like the
cool.
Warfield?
No, it the
Kilogram Auditorium.
no,
she's not big enough.
It was a really small. It was The Fillmore.
Oh yeah, I love the Fillmore.
Yeah,
was
so
my
we
next
went and saw No Name, and it was really, really awesome. Like, I'd never really heard any of her own personal songs, but, like, going there, like, the first thing I did when I got home, like, when I woke up the next day, I started going through and, like, listening to her songs. I was like, these are so good.
They really
Like,
are, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know, I like this song because I'm pretty sure it's, like, I don't know if it's a freestyle or not. It kind of sounds like it, but, like, her and Chance just vibe so well together, and, like, the whole
connect.
song.
They got
Yeah.
the chemistry.
Yeah.
They have a really good chemistry,
yeah,
and,
got
like,
Great team cam.
yeah.
Great team chem right there.
Yep.
Kendrick and Rihanna and Loyalty.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Flowing off each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true. The bouncing back and forth.
All right. So my favorite song by Chance ever is Acid Rain. And just
That's a good one.
what? Attila's making a face.
That's my favorite song. Like,
Yeah.
I know like every single word of it.
Oh man. Acid Rain is like my absolute favorite because it contrasts so much to the number 8 on my list, Finish Line. Like, I don't know, like those two songs just kind of show how different he is of a person. And
yeah,
then
he's grown.
my favorite lyric, I think, like that he says, and especially for him to say it in a rap song really makes it like, sometimes the truth don't rhyme, sometimes the lies get millions of views, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
that is my favorite
That's a
line
bar.
in that song.
First time
I
I
just
heard
was
that,
like,
it's like, what?
Replay. Rewind.
That whole song is full of that.
Yeah.
It's
like
amazing.
eyes closed, seeing arenas. Like, oh god, that whole song is like him talking about his dreams and stuff, and then hearing that song and then seeing him live, he's like, I've never played a show this big before. He was just thanking the audience the whole time, like, this is insane.
Sold
I
out
can't
Oracle
believe,
Arena. That's crazy, man.
like, I can't believe this is happening. And it's so, he's just such a real person, and I love Chance. He's
a great guy.
He is my favorite.
And he's like 22.
He's
He's super young.
and it's
He's
just
like
crazy.
our age.
He's unsigned,
Yeah.
too. He's doing it all himself.
Yep.
All his music is
Independent.
free. Wait, does that mean we can play Chance or no? Because I think all his music
It's
is
an interesting
free.
That is an interesting
I
question.
feel like we should leave it just because we're
Yeah.
already at 30 minutes and we got 2 more to go.
Okay,
Oh,
all
man.
right. Sorry.
Yeah,
I said I wasn't going to go in depth, but I did.
it's okay.
Can I go? Because I have a
He deserves to go on depth.
baseball game to cover.
Oh, jeez.
So I I forgot this. I was being too
Your
passive.
laugh just kind of like,
I didn't want to say anything. So I chose Travis Scott, his top 8 discography, which actually kind of piggybacks
play.
off Kanye pretty well.
Dude, yeah.
Kanye and Little.
Kanye and Chance, too.
Yeah.
All 3 of
All
those.
Travis.
guys.
Kid Cudi. If someone did Kid Cudi, I would have been perfect.
Oh, man. I saw Kid Cudi live when he was sad, and it was really sad.
List the 8 best songs off Man on the Moon, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kid Cudi
Exactly.
song.
Yeah. What are your top 8 songs on Speeding Bullet to Heaven?
Hi, welcome back to the Kid Cudi podcast.
Today we're listening to Man on the Moon again.
On repeat. Instead of branching out.
Every day since like 2008 or
Yep.
whatever the fuck up.
So the first song I have on Travis Scott is 90210.
Oh, that's iconic.
Just I think most of the songs I chose were basically to highlight how Travis Scott has how he does such a good job of just kind of changing flows within songs, going from
Beat switches.
beat switches, going hard, fast paced to just straight up rapping or to slow like vocals.
That song's
Nine-
also really melodic.
And
too.
90210 it's beautiful to listen to
Yeah.
with the female vocals. And it's Casey Hill in the back, just harmonizing.
Those are really great. Yeah, those backing
Yeah,
vocals.
so that's the number 1 song. I think it's just probably one of his best songs ever.
It is, yeah.
And then also off Rodeo, I chose "Oh My Decide"
That's literally
with Quavo. 'Cause it does a little bit of the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah. What he does a really good job with. I think him and Kid Cudi are kind of in the same boat of this. They do really good jobs of making their voice a part of the music.
Right. They just sort of like hum almost.
And
Yeah.
it's almost like a different type of ad lib.
It is, yeah.
There's only a few trap songs longer than like 6 minutes that I can get through all the way, without getting bored, and that's
definitely
most
one
of them are Travis Scott songs.
Yeah. Understandably.
Yeah.
The third one I have is actually a feature on a Frank Ocean song
Oh, it's Lens, isn't it?
called "Lens." Yeah.
Oh my god.
His feature on that song is amazing.
That's like oh man.
Right after Frank Ocean's done with his verse, it gets kind of calm and smooth. Then you hear the iPhone notification come in, and he comes in with the cha da 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 da.
I'm so glad you put that on there.
Yeah, the Lens is super underrated. If you've never heard it, It's really good. He's just
Shit, I
he's
feel
really
like
calm.
I feel like an asshole. I need to go check this out.
You should.
I know,
if
me
you've-
too.
if you've
I'm
never
not
heard
on
it,
this boat right now.
I love Travis and I
Yeah.
love Frank, but I haven't heard that song.
Dude, yeah,
dude,
they,
check it out.
They complement each other so well.
Yeah.
And then I chose Coordinate as the
Banger.
fourth off of Birds in the Trap, just because that's one he just goes hard the whole time.
Yeah.
It's non-stop action. It's like an action movie, non-stop, fast-paced. Bruce Willis killing people. And plus Black Youngsta in the beginning, going off on his little rant.
Yeah.
I know every word of that. Yeah.
Hey, Travis Scott.
I know every word of that, and then when I do it for my girlfriend, she gets mad at me. Anyways, I chose Drugs You Should Try It for number 5,
Aw,
just because I think that's a fan favorite,
it is.
and it's a good melodic one as well.
He
Yeah.
produced that.
Did he?
Yeah, Travis Scott produced
not
that.
know
Yeah,
that.
he started out as a producer.
Yeah.
That's how Kanye found him. I was kind of tied. I tied Drugs You Should Try and Gray together, so I technically have 9. But because just 'cause I think it's such a similar song,
Yeah.
the slow beats and him kind of singing over it. I chose Skyfall number 6 with Young Thug
Yep.
because that beat, it feels like the sky's actually falling. It's
Thug
kind of
and
weird.
Travis go together so well.
Yeah, like peanut butter and
They're,
jelly.
they're masters of auto-tune.
Yeah, they are.
No,
I keep on
no,
falling.
no young thug slander will ever be tolerated either.
Yeah, he's a god.
Yeah, we must protect him at all costs.
Although is his name Sex or Jeffrey?
His name's Sex.
He's
now.
changed his
Yeah,
name
it's
twice.
just,
That's okay.
He
He can do what he wants.
Publicity.
Yeah,
Publicity? Yeah, probably.
protect him and Kanye at all costs.
And then the last 2 songs I took off Owl Pharaoh, just because I feel like if you're naming Travis Scott songs, you can't leave out Owl Pharaoh. I did Bad Mood Shit on You because this was his first project was Owl Pharaoh, and you can kind of hear in all the music how it just kind of foreshadows what he's going to be as an artist. So Bad Mood Shit on You, I would compare to Oh My Decider 90210.
Yeah.
As he's rapping pretty fast in it. The beat kind of
He
changes.
keeps up that consistent
Yeah.
pace for the whole song.
And he kind of changes his flow in the middle and it gets a little softer. And then lastly, I did Kitana with Wale. Just because that's a similar situation as Bad Mood Shit on You, but he's actually displaying like really good bars and stuff. And then at the end, it gets super intense. The ending of that song is really intense.
Travis Scott, like some of his like Butterfly Effect, you know?
Oh, that's
Listen
a
to
good
that song. He's really like calm and kind of like in the zone, kind of just flowing. But then if you watch videos of him doing it live, he's literally like screaming and like head
Throwing
Oh,
the microphone
man.
around and shit. Yeah,
He's
he's
got all
wild.
this energy, but then on his like actual recording music, it's really like low key.
You can like listen to it in any mood or circumstance.
Yeah.
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 I love songs like that.
Yeah,
real big
I
fan
love
of artists.
artists like that. Like,
Yeah, he introduced melody to trap music
Yeah.
more than a lot of other artists have.
Absolutely.
That makes it a lot more listenable from like an album standpoint because you never get bored.
You don't
know?
get bored. Yeah.
Dirty
Yeah.
Sprite 2 is a great album, but then like by the end of it, I was getting kind of bored just because, you know, it's the same shit over
all-
and
it all
over
sounds
again,
the
over
same.
and over.
There-
Travis Scott's always changing it up.
Yeah, that's what I appreciate about his music. Someone tried to tell me that he just does the same flow every time.
No,
And
sir.
I just stopped talking.
He sounds the same. But
I mean, yeah, his voice sounds the same, but
Yeah.
none of his music sounds the same. If I had to pick one song I absolutely hated, though, it's Flying High.
oh gee,
I don't know why. I can't bring myself to listen to more than 30 seconds of that. I love Travis Scott.
oh
pretty
man.
good.
I absolutely hate that song.
it's like a tropical banger. you
It's
know?
like
tropical banger.
the lyrics are so boring.
yeah, I
He just
know.
says the same thing over and over.
He's not a lyrical rapper though. If you look at his lyrics on Antidote, they're not anything special. It
Yeah.
just
I
sounds
don't know
really
that
cool
either,
because
yeah.
he's like, ooh,
He's about to open up that window, though.
yeah, let out that Antidote.
I love all the memes
Yeah.
to that song.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, they're great.
Yeah. I also really love his feature on Dark Knight Dumbo
Oh yeah.
with Trippie Redd.
You and your
It's
Trippy,
so
man. I
good.
love it. I love it.
Dude,
He's
Trippie.
scary looking. We gotta go.
Okay,
All right, bye, Tilla.
bye Attila.
Bye guys.
Have fun at the baseball game.
Other journalist stuff going on.
All right, Sasha. You got a
Okay,
little
so
peep?
I'll try to wrap it up quickly. So I chose Lil Peep. If you guys don't know him, he's not like the traditional rapper.
No.
He's sort of like an emo rock
Punk
rapper,
rock
punk
rap.
I checked him
Yeah.
out over the weekend after you sent me some the playlist and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, he has his own unique style.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
there's no one who really comes close to how he like sings and raps, which I gravitated towards. Also how he's like sort of sad, and
Incredibly, yeah.
I really like that vibe in music generally. And if you guys didn't know, he passed away like 4 months ago.
Pretty recently, yeah.
Yeah, from a Xan overdose
Oh,
that was
fuck.
mixed with fentanyl that a fan gave to him.
Yeah, it was a fan, yeah.
So that was really tragic. And what's really sad is because in most of his music, he talks about dying
Depression.
and depression,
drug
and that
overdoses.
he's saying that he thinks he's gonna die young. So that's
God.
what really resonates in the music. And it's almost hard for me to listen to him now because
Oh, yeah.
like I just get sad because I knew him before he died. So it's just it's kind of sad when your favorite artist dies, you know?
Yeah.
Just like, damn.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
You go back and listen to his discography. It's like, was he asking for help? Was he letting us know what was going to happen before it happened?
Yeah, exactly. Because
You know?
he said he struggled with drugs and he ended up dying, not because of an overdose, but still it could have been prevented.
Right.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He was 21 when he died.
Oh my god. That's horrible.
And so I'll go right into the track list. So I don't have a particular order. I just picked like 8 of my favorite and that represent him well and sort of are lyrical too. So one of them I picked Lil Kennedy because I liked it because he's talking about like Kennedy and his assassination, and then once you hear the news of like Lil Peep dying, it's one of his lyrics is "Lead me to death, I'm Lil Kennedy. I ain't got no remedy, bury me."
Jeez.
And so when you listen to that, with the beat goes really well and just puts you in a sad mood.
Yeah. His
Yeah.
music's really impactful now that he's passed. You know, you really
Yeah, it
get
takes on a
feeling
whole new
for it.
meaning.
Yeah, exactly. And another song called Cobain, he literally references Kurt Cobain
Yeah.
and how he died early.
Right.
And then it's like a total comparison now you see with Lil Peep. Even Lil Peep made somewhat similar music to Cobain.
Yeah,
in
they're
this-
making punk like grungy punk
One of the
rock
vibes I
rap
really,
music.
really got off Peep when I was listening to mostly "Call Me When You're Sober" is he sounded like a trap version of like Tom DeLonge from Blink-182.
I can see that.
oh man, I love Blink-182.
Yes,
Not
that-
even gonna lie. Like,
Who doesn't?
Like the vibe of like "Take Off Your Pants and Jacket" just feels the exact same as that album. Just the kind of like depressing, melodic, you know, just the way he sings, it really gives off that kind of punky vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
Pop punk.
So another one that's really low key that not a lot of people have heard is California World.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, with Craig Zen. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's an underground song. It has like under 1 million plays.
Wow.
And so it's for the hardcore listeners. So I really recommend listening to it. It's a sad type song for sure.
Right.
Like most of his music, but it has a great video that goes along with it, and I just really liked it. And we live in California, so
You got it.
yeah.
Gotta represent.
Also, one that isn't sad that I really enjoy and that most people have heard by him is Ben's Truck, which is like one of his hits.
Oh yeah.
And that's just a fun song to turn up.
Yeah.
Pretty jammy.
It's a
Yeah.
no, it's a
You
party
can-
vibe.
You can
And-
slap it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly. And the music video is dope too.
I need to watch the music
Really?
video. You've
The
been,
music
you were telling me
video
about
is
it, yeah.
amazing, and the reason I really like it too is because there's literally lyrics in Russian. Like he translated the English lyrics to Russian, and like while he's rapping, there's just Russian lyrics on the bottom, and it's like so random.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm Russian, so I
you
kind of
go.
I like that.
You're
You
like,
identify
oh,
with that,
shit.
yeah.
But he has a really large Russian audience, so that's maybe
wow.
why he did that.
That's cool. That's an interesting crossover.
Yeah, it is. Another one I chose was Beamer Boy, because that was kind of like, I feel like that was like one of the first songs that he kind of blew up
Like a
off.
breakout.
Yeah, like a
single.
breakout. Maybe it wasn't his first breakout, but a lot of people like go back to that song because it was early stages in his career. And what's funny is because in his Benz truck song, he's talking about he wants a Benz truck, blah blah blah, and then he's also saying he's a Beamer boy. So it's like total opposites. Like you can't really be a Beamer boy and want to have a Benz truck, but it's okay because it's Lil Peep, you know.
funny.
He gets a pass.
Yeah, he gets a pass.
It's all good.
Another one I really wanted to pick is Star Shopping.
I haven't heard that one.
I don't know if I have either.
Yeah, Star Shopping is because the lyrics at the end, hold up. Here, I have the lyrics at the end. I really I liked how he said, "Look at the sky tonight, all the little stars have a reason to shine, a reason like mine, and I'm falling to pieces." And when he says that, and it's a super like sad, slow song, and a lot of people go back to that song after he died because it kind of showcases like how he was like crying out to help.
Like what he was doing.
Yeah, exactly. And even when he dropped his merch, his family dropped some merch after he passed away, just kind of like commemorate that. And so I bought some, and when it came into the mail, they literally had those lyrics on a piece of paper. Like it obviously came with the clothes and a piece of paper with those lyrics.
Oh, wow.
And so when you read that, it like brings you to tears because you realize like how he was always crying out for help
He was struggling
and
yeah.
stuff like
Oh,
that.
man.
But people didn't
Venting
really
his emotions through his music.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But people didn't really care so much because I mean he was alive and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So people never thought he was gonna die.
Took him
'cause
for granted.
That's just what rappers rap about
Yeah, yeah.
nowadays.
No, absolutely.
There's a rapper
Exactly.
called Lil Xan.
Yeah.
You know? People don't really take it that seriously until
Yeah.
something happens. And it's like, oh, wow, this person was actually addicted to
I mean,
incredibly dangerous narcotics.
Yeah.
I've had like personal struggles with Xanax, and it's like I mean, like it was very short lived, but honestly, Xanax is just something that's like it will suck you in
Yeah, it's not a good
hard.
thing.
And like I did not let myself get sucked in, but like I could feel it, like especially with alcohol. I mean, it is just like unexplainably magical. Like I don't want to like make it sound good, but like it. Oh my god, it's horrible. Like
It's so good, it's bad.
it's so good that it's like, well, yeah, it kills people. And like cut with fentanyl. Fentanyl is like one of the most gnarly fucking things.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. That's why he died.
Yeah.
And I was gonna end it off with Hellboy. It's one of his like
His bigger song. One of his bigger songs.
one of his hits too, and it kind of like the reason I chose that song too is because he kind of puts off this Hellboy like attitude in his like music and his persona. Because if you didn't know, he's like full of tats, like he has tons of face tats, and he colors his hair a lot and stuff like that. So he gives off this Hellboy like vibe, and
Kind of like colorful character.
yeah, exactly. And what he likes to say is like, I'm a Hellboy with some angel wings. So like how he's like dark in a sense, but also he can bring out light. And so yeah, those were my 8 songs. And I love Lil Peep, and I hope you guys listen to him more.
Oh, yeah,
I will.
definitely
I
go
think he
with-
deserves more recognition.
Absolutely.
Honestly. After going back and listening to his stuff, there was a lot of raw talent there.
Yeah, he's so talented. Like even in his concerts, like he actually sounds like what he
sounds like on recording.
Yeah,
He's not like a little pump, just kind of like letting his song play and going like that.
no, yeah, you can barely hear the songs in the background because he's actually like performing it.
I feel like if he had had another couple of albums, he would have been refined to the point where he could have been like a viable pop like star.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
for sure. No, he was
absolutely.
blowing up because he was even like teaming up with Post Malone and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, they didn't make a song, I don't think, at least not released yet, but he was hanging out with Post Malone. So,
Like stuff was in the works.
yeah, Post Malone was saying like how this kid was gonna blow up, like he was the future of like punk rock emo scene.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we all got through our list, so I think that's going to do it for this week's Issa podcast.
Maybe we'll cut it down to like 5 songs each next time.
Next time we'll pick a topic that's a little bit shorter in length, but we still managed to get through all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well
be
done,
doing this
everyone.
every week. Yeah, good job, guys.
All right.
Catch
Thanks
you
for
all-
listening.
Yeah, thanks for
thanks for
listening. We'll catch you next week.
Peace out.
Shit knocking.